When an era ends, Earth does not weep, only the silence of ancient forces turning beneath its surface remains. More than 66 million years ago, at the final golden dawn of the late Cretaceous, Earth was living through the most glorious period in its natural history. Warm climate, endless forests stretching toward every horizon, oceans breathing in rhythmic tides, and stable tectonic plates created a world overflowing with life. Giant creatures ruled the continents. Every movement of nature flowed with a practiced grace, as if nothing could ever break this continuity. Yet within the cracks of such abundance lay a cold truth. Nothing is eternal in geological time. Prosperity and extinction move side by side, two faces of the same ancient biology. And when a disturbance arrives from beyond the sky, balance can be shattered forever. On a quiet morning in that fateful year, a fully grown Pteranodon soared high, riding a column of warm sea wind. Its wide wings cast a long shadow across the forest below. From this height, it possessed the greatest view of the world. Mist-covered valleys, silver rivers threading through green canopies, and ancient mountains standing solemnly like monuments of time. Its hollow bones and aerodynamic frame made it a master of reading air currents. Any subtle shift in the atmosphere reached it long before any other creature sensed danger. That morning, the wind carried something unusual. The lower air was warmer, the upper colder, an inverted thermal layer rarely seen in the stable Cretaceous climate. Though the creature could not understand why, it tilted its wings, adjusting its path, storing this anomaly deep in its instinct, a quiet warning of something yet unseen. Below, life moved as it always had, on golden grasslands glowing in the sunrise. A herd of crested hadrosaurs traveled toward familiar feeding grounds. The dominant male stood at the front, tall and alert. Its elongated, hollow crest could amplify sound across vast distances. Each low call it produced vibrated through the air, resonating in the chests of the herd. That sound was an ancient language of unity: gather, move, beware. But today, the calls were more frequent. The tone wavered slightly, as if the air itself no longer carried sound the same way. Some herd members shifted direction early. Younglings grew restless. It was a natural response to atmospheric pressure changes invisible to the eye. In a dense forest nearby, a mature female Triceratops toppled a large fern tree to feed her young. Her powerful frame, curved horns, and scarred head shield showed a lifetime of battles and close brushes with death. Age had sharpened her senses. When her foot pressed into the soil, she felt a faint vibration, like the earth releasing a long sigh. It was not the tremor of running herds, not the rumble of distant volcanoes. This region had no volcanic activity at all. She froze, head raised, amber eyes scanning the forest. A silence fell, deep, unnatural. The world seemed to hold its breath. Not far away, a young Tyrannosaurus was practicing its developing hunting skills. It burst from the foliage in a powerful sprint, but the small lizard it pursued vanished into a rock crevice. The predator growled in frustration. Yet something else was odd. Each time it accelerated, its balance faltered slightly. Such imbalance could occur when the ground vibrated at a low frequency beyond the hunting senses of large creatures. It paused, inhaled deeply, and let out a low growl, as if trying to shake off an unease it could not name. Great changes in nature begin with very small details. History often begins the same way. Night fell, and with it appeared the first sign of the end. Amid the star-filled sky, a strange point of light emerged. It did not stay still. It did not flicker like a star. It did not fade like ordinary falling meteors. It moved, slowly, steadily, like a glowing coal drifting across the heavens. The Pteranodon noticed it first. Its sharp eyes followed the object across every turn of its flight. The light shifted from dim red to pale yellow, then dimmed again. No known celestial pattern matched it. The creature released a rare alarm call. In the forest, The Triceratops' mother stirred from sleep. The ground pulsed with a slow, deliberate rhythm. The Hadrosaur herd became restless, some rising earlier than usual, pacing in anxious circles, behavior commonly seen before natural disasters. At the riverbank, the young Tyrannosaurus froze when the water briefly reversed direction. Such a phenomenon is extremely rare, occurring only when pressure waves ripple through riverbed sediment. It did not understand why. It only stepped back, instinctively wary. The next morning, the sky was eerily calm. No insects, almost no wind. Prehistoric birds glided slower than usual. The sun shone faintly, as if veiled by a thin, unseen dust. Then came the second night, and the sky ignited. Hundreds of red streaks tore across the darkness with screaming trails. Fragments of the incoming object had reached the atmosphere first, scattering into fiery showers. Sparks rained onto the forest canopy, igniting tiny fires. The Hadrosaur herd panicked and scattered. The young Tyrannosaurus roared, half in fear, half in confusion. The Triceratops' mother pushed her child up a slope, fleeing the burning trees. The Pteranodon banked sharply toward the cliffs, desperately seeking shelter. Then it arrived. A light no creature could look at. Not lightning, not sunlight, not any form of illumination Earth had ever known. It was the instant the Chicxulub impactor struck the planet. Light came before sound. Destruction came before understanding. Every creature, large or small, grounded or airborne, was engulfed in a white brilliance so intense it erased all color from the world. That light marked the boundary between two ages, life before it, and the void after. The brightness vanished almost as quickly as it arrived. Silence followed, brief, unnatural. Then came the heat. A searing wave swept across the landscape, bending colossal trees as if they were blades of grass. High on the cliff, the Pteranodon pressed itself against the cool stone, feathers darkening under the scorching wind. To spread its wings now was certain death. On the ground, the Triceratops' mother shielded her trembling young. The air grew painfully dry, leaching moisture from the forest. Leaves curled and withered. Fern fronds burst into flame without direct contact. Across the open plains, the Hadrosaur herd took the full force of the thermal wave. Some collapsed instantly, tissues scorched. Others ran in senseless terror, driven only by instinct. The deep rumble of destruction had still not reached them, yet they knew this was unlike any danger in their species' long history. From his ridge, the young Tyrannosaurus watched a pillar of fire rise from the far horizon, so tall it seemed to pierce the sky. Even thousands of kilometers away, its light was blinding. The predator's mighty legs buckled. Then, at last, the sound arrived. A deep, planetary groan, like the bones of Earth itself breaking. The shockwave traveled through the ground first, then the air, cracking soil, sending boulders tumbling, and making the very trees shiver. A column of superheated steam shot into the stratosphere. Rocks launched upward only to rain back as a storm of fire. Glowing fragments fell across forests and plains alike. Embers the size of fists thudded into the earth, igniting brush wherever they landed. The Triceratops' mother spread her frill to shield her young from falling debris. One fragment struck the calf's side, burning it, and the mother lowered her head further, becoming a living fortress in the chaos. From the cliff, the Pteranodon watched dust rise like a vast storm swallowing the horizon. Red streaks carved themselves across a darkening sky. Without shelter, it would have been torn apart by heat or falling stone. The young Tyrannosaurus struggled to breathe. The air was a poisonous mix of dust, sulfur, and vaporized metal. Each breath burned, but instinct forced it to keep moving away from unstable ground. Amid the swirling ash, predator and herbivore saw each other, enemies by nature, yet neither attacked. Survival overshadowed ancient instinct. For a moment, they were simply two beings caught in a collapsing world. Ash thickened, light dimmed, Plants sensed dying sunlight and sealed themselves. Temperatures fell rapidly. A false night descended. The Triceratops' mother urged her calf uphill. The Tyrannosaurus climbed as well. Driven by pure survival, the Pteranodon could only watch, trapped on its ledge, helpless as the world rewrote itself. Ash continued to fall. The sun weakened. The air grew heavy with metal and sulfur. In less than an hour after impact, the Age of Light began to falter, and the Age of Darkness approached.